Hey everybody, happy Friday. How's everybody doing? Let's take a look at who we got in here. Well, Miss Christina's at work. Hiroski's going to a car cruise. That's cool. Gordon Walker's here. What's up? Torp's here. What's going on? Kevin L made it. Cool. How we doing?
I'm
How's
late.
everybody? You're on time. You were just coming down the steps. She's yelling, "Do you have your phone?" And I'm hitting the live button. I figured she was going to be down momentarily. Somebody was watching the baseball game
That's right. Phillies.
till the last second. Hey Grady, what's going on, man? How we doing?
Hey, Torp. Hey, Kevin L. I'm
So
behind again.
I guess a bunch of our people are at the Nationals today. Hope they're having a good time. I heard it's super hot. I mean,
Hey, Mr. B. Hey, one.
what's going on, buddy? What's going on, one? Yeah, I'm being told that it's super hot up there in Kentucky at the Nationals. I mean, people are getting baked out. So
Is Mama one with you tonight, one? Do you have pizza tonight?
she might. He probably don't have any.
I'm gonna have crafts.
So we've been messing around with a little bit of everything this week, playing with the truck a little bit, playing with the Nova. Tomorrow morning I'll have a short come out on the Nova.
Hey, out of order.
Randy, you made it. You're at the Nationals. I'm being
Randy.
told everybody's getting cooked out there. I heard it's super hot. From what I'm being told by a couple buddies that are up there. Paul White, what's going
Hey,
on?
Paul. He's home from the Tri-Fives, Brian.
Oh, you're home already? Did Randy, you didn't stay to see if you won the car? Don't they draw that tomorrow? The last day in the morning, they draw to see who wins the Woody's car build. Wasn't it a '56 convertible this year or something?
Hey, Spray Bomb.
Did they draw it today or did they draw it tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Well, I know that the Nationals is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and everybody usually leaves Saturday. So I don't know when they draw. Hmm.
I said,
I think I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Lee Johnson.
Did they already draw for the car, Randy? Maybe I'm confused. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what he says. Why are we waiting suspense? Have a sip.
Not when he left.
Oh, you gave up your chance to win. I heard that once you enter the place and you pay your money, you're automatically entered to win the car. But if you leave, you don't win. They'll just keep drawing until they get a name of a person still there. I think they draw it on Saturday. I think. See, I would have to stay just to see. I wouldn't want to miss that chance. I, I'd probably lose, but I'd still want to
Then
see.
you'd have to listen to me all the way home saying we had to wait until the last minute to see if you won that stupid car.
Yeah, but what if we would have left and they called our name? Then you would have been like, "See, I told you should have stayed."
Oh, that's nice, Lee Johnson.
Oh man, thanks, Lee. I appreciate that, man.
He hurt his back a few. Well, Randy hurt his back a few days ago, and the heat made me leave.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. Randy, I don't know. Do you know or follow that Michael Garrett on Facebook? He was saying the same. He had to go home. He said it was just too hot, but he lives close, so he said he might drive back up there tomorrow. But I mean, for most people, like for me, it's 12 hours away, so I'd have to stay to see if I won. And I heard the heat was just overwhelming.
Oh, that's good that Jaws is good in Hawaii, Kevin. But he says it's bad there.
Yeah, it's bad. Maui. I mean, Sonny put something up today on it, and it's bad. Yeah, a lot of people lost everything.
An 85 El Camino. Hey, PPSS.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The boat races are always cool, Gordon. Yeah, I mean that's it. You start to get uncomfortable. Then you got to have air conditioning, and then at that point, what's that?
Hey, Lonnie.
You know what would be good for some. Well, I guess you'd have to have a water hookup. Now they have campgrounds there that probably have water hookups. They got those fans that just put off a tiny mist and they blow. Even when you're outside, it almost feels like you're in air conditioning. When you're sitting in front of them, they just put the finest mist of water on you without getting you soaking wet. Oh, that's cool. I like surprises. Well, there you go. Free water everywhere. What's going on, Rick?
Hey, Josh.
Yo, Josh, what's going on, man? That's cool. Hello. I tell you, man, you know, it was kept popping out of gear. So my buddy Kevin's like, bring it down. We'll throw it on the lift and we'll look at all the, all the linkage bushings and everything. And as we did, and that the one on the very top, I could have got to it from the top. It was the only one that was, and it was stretched out bad. I don't think that little thing was supposed to be there, or it was wore down so bad that was all that was left. But we took a vacuum plug, cut it way down till it would fit, and then we stacked a couple washers on there. Well, my buddy Kevin did. Excuse me, and that took care of it popping out a gear. But then it was still slipping. I'm like, oh no. And then I get home and Kevin's like, just check the fluid. I checked the fluid and it was empty. I put that one cord in. I had one cord out in the shop, and I put it in, and I drove it to work the next day. It didn't slip once. So we're gonna get the tune-up kit for it. My buddy said I could just come down and do it on his lift, so that's what I'll do. So he's pretty cool about it. He's like, if I ever need to use the lift on the weekend, he'll just come down and let me in and let me use the lift. But he's like, I'm not staying. Whatever. It's
Hey,
nice.
Joe.
It's nice to have that, but I don't like to take advantage of my buddies, especially he works all week. I'm not going to ask him to stick around there on a weekend messing with my junk.
It's Friday, Robbie. Are you in love? Friday.
Well, hey, Robbie, you made it. That's the main thing. Get caught up, Instead of just taking a sip, you got to chug a whole beer and then sip after that.
Now Mr. B's got the Shaggy song, It Wasn't Me, in my head.
You'll be all caught up.
Me. Shower. It wasn't me. Oh, Kevin's going fishing. That sounds like a good time, Kevin. Hopefully it's not too hot there anymore.
Where are you going local, Kevin? Because it's like when the water's warm, the fish tend to not bite, right? Or are you going to go like up in the mountains and get into some cool streams?
Is there mountains in it?
No, but he goes on trips all the time. He's always going somewhere.
That's true. Kevin does go a lot of places.
I tell you, Chris was trying to get me to get a 6-liter LS motor and transmission off of him for the truck. I was tempted, but I think I'm going to stick with the original stuff that's in it. Now that I know the transmission's good.
He's going to a lake about 40 minutes away.
Okay. Kevin fishes with dynamite. I don't think so, but
Chris, huh?
Yeah.
Chris is crazy.
He's always got something going on. I think he owns a big property, man. He's got a lot of junk cars up there.
Put that in the Nova.
That's it, Robbie. Just a little low on fluid. I think the pan's got a slow leak. The may be coming a little bit from the vacuum modulator. So I'm just going to buy a new vacuum modulator. I'm going to buy a new a pan gasket and a filter. I have it in my basket. I was just going to order it. This stuff's cheap. But there's two kinds of gaskets, on the turbo or 400s, and the other one I forget the other 400. So I'm just going to get under there and look at the pan and make sure I get the right one. But I am going to buy the nice Moroso one because I think the cork one on there right now, and they're junk. It just leaks. So I'm going to get the real nice Moroso rubber gasket.
Hi, Josh. Have a good night.
Hey, Josh, take it easy. Have a good one, buddy. Let's all have a sip or take a toke on Josh's way out the door.
Uh-oh. Mrs. Cat evicted 1C10.
Oh, no.
It's already at his buddy's shop to install the motor. Hey, Floyd, how you doing?
Is it over at the guy's house that has the 305? Is that where you send it to one?
David Soloway's here.
David, what's going on, buddy? We got it. Hey, Floyd made it. What's going on, Floyd? All right, everybody's starting to get here now. So what is that? Where you send it over to one? You send it over to your buddies. He's got the 305 at his house. Is that where it's at? They're nice when even when they're projects, as long as if they run, so you can move them around. Man, that Nova was dead in the water for over a week. Oh, excuse me.
PBSS has a new shop truck.
Yeah, there you go. I need to mess with mine a little bit more. I want to order a hinge kit for the doors. The doors are just terrible on that C30 to open and close. I just want to get a new pin kit, whatever it is, for them. Line them doors back up.
Well, there you go, one. Is it closer at least than Shopcats?
That's pretty cool of them, one, And like I say, once you got an engine and transmission in there, and you can, even if it's just a project, as long as you can move it around, that's what I'm going to do this weekend. I want to retime the gasser. It's just, it does not like where it's at. I dialed it way back. It was at like 22. I put it at 14 initial, and it rode okay when I went for that drive. But I started it up today, and it was like, I do not like this. I want it changed. It was backfiring through the back. It was backfiring. Kim even said when I come into the house, she goes, man, that thing was backfiring. It was too, something awful.
Well, considering it's right outside of the room where I work.
Well, you heard it. The fact that you were able to identify the small little backfires coming out is pretty good, I think. And so it's like, I'm going to just like turn it up to like 16. We'll ride it around a little bit and we'll see. It's just like, I'll just keep creeping it up, but keep it as low as I can to help with the cooling. But it's got to come up some. Now the engine guy, whenever he had that motor, he had a hard time with it too, because he said it was sputtering and carrying on a little bit. And he determined that it needed indexing washers on the spark plugs, because he said the heads weren't really right for that. Whoever built the motor, the heads weren't really right for those high dome pistons it's got on it. So, but he made it work, and he had to he rejetted. Somebody said rejet your carburetor. The engine shop guy rejetted the carburetor twice, and that was the best he could get it. So I'm just going to have to keep creeping the timing up until we find that happy spot. And we'll get there.
Well, that's a lot closer for you, one. Hey, Mr. B is going to be in Norwalk, Connecticut. If you're interested in a free L80, 4L80, Brian.
Who is?
Mr. B. I haven't seen Don tonight.
Where's
Ohio?
Where's Norwalk?
He said Ohio.
Oh.
That's a little far.
That's a little far. Unless
you're going out to Butler.
Ooh. I'd like to go see a couple of my high school buddies, but it's like ever since mom's gone, I really don't, have a reason too much to go home. But I mean, I was thinking maybe next year for my 35th high school reunion. I've never been to one of the reunions yet. But, see, I don't know if I'm trying to get Kim to come with me, and she doesn't want to come.
What's there to do for a spouse at a reunion? I don't
Be
know.
there for
I
their,
don't know anybody.
Be there for their spouse to say, "Hey, this is my wife of 33 years. This is the person I built my life with, and this and that, something like that." I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, you're making me miss all the questions. Robbie's had it hot all week down there. It's supposed to be 90 here tomorrow. It keeps creeping up on the weekends. It's beautiful all week, and then it creeps up on the weekends.
See, even David said we got to go. See that? Both of us.
No. I went to my reunion with my friend Julie.
But you know what I'll probably end up doing is I'll get a hold of my buddy John, and maybe it's like if my friends go, I'll go. If it's one of the a lot of times the reunions, they're like the football team people and cheerleaders. I mean, I was in the jean jacket and we skipped school most of the time, and we were in Votech and so I mean, if my friends go, I'll go. But if my friends ain't going, what's the point? I don't know. I mean, everybody has. I'd like to see everybody. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of friends that were in the sports teams and all that, but it's not like my one buddy Elliot. He comes in here. I mean, I used to do everything with him. My buddy John Elliott, my buddy John Gregory, and them guys. If they go, I'll go. My buddy Matt. If them people go, I'll go. I don't even know if my buddy Dana would go. So I have to ask. Does any of you guys go?
Right. Him and Randy Ryan and one like to go to other people's high school reunions and just crash.
That's funny. I mean, I went to my buddy John Gregory. He had a party. Man, we're going way back. I bet you it was 2013, 2012, 13, 14, somewhere around there. He had a big party. So I went home for that. And my brother went with me. And now my brother has a camp, and it's only like 40 minutes from our hometown. So maybe I could work it out that way and stay at my brother's camp or something and go. We'll see. But I mean, me and my brother went to that party because I mean it wasn't all my old friends, but it was quite a few of my old friends, and it was fun. I mean, it was almost like we were kids. It was a keg party, but it was at my buddy Todd's house, and there's campfire all night and drinking keg beer, and then it's like I had like 5, 7, maybe even 8 beers, so I couldn't drive home, and we didn't have a tent, so me and my brother. We slept in the back of my pickup truck with the tonneau covered down, but the tailgate open with just our feet sticking out. And man, it poured rain. I mean, poured. And the only shelter we had was under that tonneau. So we got up real early and drove home to my sister's house as soon as I was sure that I wasn't drunk driving no more. And we drove to my sister's house. I took a shower, and then I told my brother, I said, I want to go home.
Why did you want to go home?
Because I miss my wife and my dogs.
I went to my 5th year class reunion and my 30th class reunion, and that was enough.
Yeah. I have never been to any of them, so I probably should go to at least one before I die.
Well, the 30th was also the 50th anniversary of the school, so it was the big one.
Yeah.
All the classes. 50th? Was it 50th or 60th? I can't remember.
Well, I got until next summer to decide. It's I think they said it's going to be at the Penn Theater. It's like an old theater at our hometown on Main Street that they're redoing, and they're going to have it there. I guess they're turning it into some kind of whoop-de-doo restaurant slash bar scene or something. I don't know. Something.
Yeah, my class was a little bigger than Rick's class. We only had 140 people in our class. When's yours?
It's like next summer, honey. It's
In
like
24.
Yeah, it's and that's
Mine should be in 25. It should be my 40th class reunion.
all right. Mine's 89, so it'll be in the summer of next year.
Hey, Hubie.
Yo, what's going? Dawn made it. What's going on? Hubie's here. What's up, buddy?
Randy.
Oh, you guys.
Did I miss? Oh, I missed Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Wow, Kevin, that is a lot of people. That's like 10 times the amount of people we had.
We had something similar to that, Kevin. It was a really high number, but there was like 300 of us that had to attend summer school. I'll never forget the English teacher because I had to go. I came down to this side of the state and went to high school for like 2 semesters to get caught up. And I went home for the final 2 semesters so I could graduate with my friends. And they put me in the advanced English class. It was the only slot they say. I feel like I was booby trapped, but I'd never been in an advanced setting of any kind. And they thrust me in there, and the teacher told me, flat out, you will not pass this class. You've missed too much material. I said, well, what about all the material I did from the other school that I have right here? She goes, that's of no consequence to me. She failed me on the first day. I didn't even have a chance.
Take it, blood.
So
he had 56 people in his class.
They made me go to summer school, and I had to read a novel and write a report on it. That was the summer school before they would give me my diploma. And then it was like, I had like 3 more months at home. I had a really good time, and then I went off to the service.
Hey, Mike Panetta.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Advanced English class, and how do you pronounce radiator?
That's what I'm saying. It's like I had no chance, and she told me flat out, "You will not pass this class."
Radiator.
I don't care what you do.
Radiator.
I said, what if I could spell radiators? It don't matter. It don't even matter. If you can't laugh at yourself, who are you going to laugh at?
It's one of those words like water. Water.
Or washcloth.
No, there's no R in washcloth.
Back home, they say washcloth. Hey, I was never meant to go to any of those advanced classes. You know, I fit right in Votech. I didn't do too good with the academic side of the thing.
Radiator.
I think so too, Randy. It's like, you know what? As long as you can fix stuff, you know, these things have got me at least to where I could feed my family. You know, we had a tough start, but the second half we did pretty good.
Are you sure you're not from West Virginia?
My family is. My grandmother and grandfather, my father are all from there, and they moved to Butler County, Pennsylvania when my dad was young and in high school. My grandfather moved there for work.
We have some drinks, but I'm just drinking water. Water.
Water.
One wants to know what flavor my box of wine is.
None today. We thought about having some. We bought what was that one?
Something tea.
Tea. Some kind of twisted tea, but no, that's not the name. It was some other name, but it was some kind of loaded tea, and it just tastes like sparkling water and sugar. And so
water.
We'll just give it to my son, and he can give it to his friends or
Like
something.
this, Robbie. Whoops.
We have a washing machine.
Water.
I mean, you're close enough, Randy. You've been in Western Pennsylvania. You know how it is. We got washcloths, and when we clean our house, we don't clean it. We red up.
And we're nebby. You people are all nebby.
We red up the house. Let's get this place red up.
Nebby. I never heard the word nebby until I met you.
It's not a creek either. It's a crick.
Correct.
We don't have what do they call them, burrow patches? We got jaggers. Stickers. We got jaggers.
Stickers. It's a sticker bush.
We got jagger bushes.
Oh, happy anniversary, Don.
Happy anniversary, brother.
He took her to dinner and then told her he has to jump on BW Live.
Happy anniversary. That's good. That's
Well,
right.
tell your wife happy anniversary.
Yes, absolutely.
That's not Barbie Sprite. That's strawberry Sprite. It's strawberry lemonade Sprite or something like that. I bought it for my kid so he doesn't have to drink diet when he comes here.
That's cool. Give blood out of this car out every day this week.
That's nice.
I need to get some paint on mine and put some door glass in there so I could keep it out for a week and ride it around.
Mr. B's family is from Big Sandy, West Virginia.
That's cool. Huntington is where my family originated, Grady. Not me, I mean, but my grandmother and grandfather and my dad was from there.
Yins.
Yeah, we're a bunch of Yinzers. Like I say, my grandfather needed to move to Butler, Pennsylvania for work, and that's where I was born and raised.
Oh, he got her a new white vinyl fence. Nice. Coal miners.
That's cool. Nothing like privacy, Don. It's nice to, have a little bit of privacy, a little barrier.
Hey, Turlo.
Yo, what's going on? Turlo made it. Have a sip. Could you get me the very last one out of the refrigerator, Edith?
You were supposed to be drinking water.
I know, but I might as well. I said I changed my mind. I figured, let's get these things. I got to get fresh ones.
Box of stuff, so you're gonna.
I'll get rid of that. Thanks, honey.
Country boy's here.
Hey, country boy, what's going on, brother?
Tour. Yeah, that's pretty bad, Turlo.
There's, everybody got to take a sip. Jason just put up the emojis. You got to have a sip. You can't worry about what the neighbors think of your cars. I don't worry about it. My neighbor Scott don't care, and the other guy got a fence on this side. I don't.
Kevin said he emailed Jaws, and Jaws is okay though, Turbo. Kevin emailed him. Kevin L.
Kevin was talking to him, and he said everything's good, but it's really bad over there. So it's like a lot of people lost everything. So. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Look at today's thumbnail and the passenger side front skinny tire. Look at that little patch of dirt on the side. That ain't dirt. That's dog poop. I cleaned the yard.
Hey, Tony G.
I had the yard cleaned up before I pulled the car out. And I took it down to my buddy's shop to pick up the parts that he ordered for me for the Nova. And when I came back, my little dog went to the bathroom right where I had to drive. So I'm gonna have to, when I pull it out tomorrow, I'm gonna retime it. I'm gonna have to hit that tire with the hose. That's dog poop on there, not mud. I'm like, what the heck's that smell? I pulled it in. And I look over and I'm like, oh man. It was brand new too, wasn't it?
Where's my dog supposed to go to the bathroom but outside?
I just assumed, I made the assumption.
No, one said that dog would have a diaper before the engine cooled off. Ooh, that smell.
The smell of dog poops around you.
Fecal patina.
Fecal patina. That's good.
Oh, it's that time, Dork.
All right, Kim, fish us up a number. All right, guys. Well, we got our usual couple stickers and we got a magnet. We're running low on the magnets. So I need a number between 1 and 50, 1 and 50 for the 2 stickers and the magnet. Go. Hey, Martin made it.
Oh,
they're coming in. Oh, there it is.
Randy,
that's 2 weeks in a row.
Did he really win?
I swear to God, Randy won last week.
Hey, Randy started at the top and went to the bottom.
So
he started in the right spot.
Randy Ryan for 2 weeks in a row, number 46. Not Randy Ryan, number 46. That's funny. Lucky day, lucky day. Yeah, Randy's the new Shaky. Shaky who? That's great. That's good stuff, man.
Randy's been texting Shaky.
Take a sip on that one, brother.
Man, well, he left the freaking car thing.
Yeah. See, Randy, if you had stayed at that car show, you wouldn't have won these luxurious prizes.
No, but maybe he was lucky,
Oh, I sure hope they don't call your name tomorrow, Randy. I guess if you don't know, then you know what I mean. Your consolation prize, some BW stickers and a magnet. Somebody else getting your 56. Was it a 56 convertible this year? I think it was a 56 convertible.
Look at me for.
I don't know, honey. Sometimes you check stuff.
Bye, Tarlo.
Take it easy, Andy. Thanks for coming by.
Ooh, camping trip. Have fun.
Nothing wrong with that. Good old camping trip. Thanks, Randy. I appreciate that. Martin showed up right as we were starting to draw.
Yeah, but Swamp Thing was putting the lawnmower away. He missed it.
Oh, man. You missed it, buddy. Next time.
Yeah, somebody in Florida won the big lottery. That wasn't you, was it, Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel, you weren't the big winner down there, were you?
Who else lives in Florida? Doesn't Swamp Thing live in Florida?
$1.55 billion. Could you imagine? We were talking about that at work. If you'd hit that, you wouldn't take the cash option. You might as well keep the annuity. It would come out to like $18 million a year. That way, if you messed up and spent all the money, it's like, it's all right. We'll be all right. Come to the end of the year.
Don finally figured out the misfire of his pickup. He bought a newer truck.
Oh, man. That's usually a coil pack on them things nowadays that causing all them problems, isn't it? What'd you get, Don?
So who bought, sold, won, lost, gave, found, received, broke, or fixed this week? I bought some nautical rope one. No, not really. 2011 Silverado.
That's sweet. I was going to say 13. Did he say 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sweet truck, man. I'm still mad at Kim for making me sell my red truck or trade it in.
You made me get rid of my RAV4.
I guess we're even now, though.
Oh, that's nice, Randy. Randy said if he wins the lottery, he'll share with everyone.
He sent me a second.
Did the PPSS send you something?
No, I'll have to look here in a second. I don't think so, but the Facebook.
Robbie's is red.
Facebook sent me a second invoice, honey. 156. I'm just saying, it's just weird. I'll show it to you after. It's weird how they got two in one day. I think they sent me the wrong one last week. that's nice of you to say, Randy. I just don't see. I try to win and never have. I love the scratch offs. I try to get at least one scratch
Hi, Mr.
off.
B.
Take it easy, Grady. I try to get at least one scratch off a week. One of them $20 ones. Take one shot at $1 million a week. I end up usually giving them $20, but lately I've been hitting a little bit, like little $100 or something like that to at least pay for the tickets. But I went and got that battery for the truck. Was it Saturday? I can't believe how much price of batteries went up. I traded the one in that I was using. My buddies down the garage gave me. It was like 3 years old. I charged it like 40 times. I used that as a trade-in. I took the battery from the truck, charged it up for the Nova, and got a new battery for the truck. And I checked the alternator today on the Nova, and I don't think it's charging. So I'm going to have to mess with that. I don't think it's bad. It looks like a fairly new one. I just don't think it's hooked up right.
That's nice of you to say, Don. How much did the battery cost? Robbie wants to know.
$217 for the mid-range.
That's what out of order said. Batteries are $200 now.
Yeah. For the mid-range one, they wanted 260 for the gold plus. Then they had the gold, then they had the regular. So the regular was like 189. The mid-range one was like 210, and the other one was like 260. I said, give me the one in the middle, I guess. It's like, okay. So it's the gold. And the one thing I'm happy about with the truck is now I'm back to the side post like it's supposed to have. They're not necessarily my favorite, but I didn't like the adapters. The adapters are just one more thing that can screw up on those things. So I'm glad I'm glad I did get the correct battery for the truck.
What's your favorite battery?
Whatever Duralast is the one I got for the truck because that's what AutoZone carries. I really don't. At this point, I don't have a preference. And if you talk to people in the business, like my buddies down the shop, they already told me. He said, "Brian, it doesn't matter what brand you get; they're all the same. All they do is slap a different sticker on them these days. It used to matter. It really did used to matter. Now it does not matter. They all come from the same place, just with different stickers on them. So there you go. The most important thing on buying a new battery is check the born on date, because sometimes those things will sit in those because they all come from China. Let's face it, they'll sit in those carriers and those bins for months. So try to look at the born on date and try to get the newer one that hasn't been sitting for a while.
That's right. Robbie told you to look at Costco. We were at Costco like twice in the past 10 days.
Yeah, I know. But it's still, like I said, they're the same batteries. They really are. They're all the same these days. It used to matter. It don't matter anymore. Well, I got $100 Robbie. I got $100 battery in the gasser. I bought it for the Nova just to start the Nova one day, and it was the newest battery I had. And when my buddy Phil was coming over and we were going to test the gasser and everything, it was the only new battery I had. I stuck it in there, and it's still in there. It was only $100. You can get a cheap battery, but it isn't going to last but a year.
That's a dog.
I don't know.
Sound
Could
like
be.
he's whining.
Martellus 825 cold cranking amps at Maynard's for 180.
Martin White
See?
says, battery says you're the rat.
See, like I said, that's pretty much in line, Swamp, with what I just said. It's like they gave me the low range was one in the 180s, the mid range was 210, and the most expensive battery they had was like 200. I can't remember. It was a lot. It was 250, 260, something like that. So I got the middle one.
I gotta go let him out.
Colbert, my dog's gone having an emergency. He's just hollering down the steps.
You wanna go out?
Yeah, one, you need that. You need the cold cranking amps up there. I mean, you guys are sub-zero a lot, so you have to have something. Down here, it's like 800, 900 cold cranking amps, plenty, depending on what engine you have in your car. Most of your cars up there, aren't they like have block warmers on them? Where you plug them in, even though I mean a lot of diesels have that, but don't gasoline engines up there have something up there? Don't you guys have block warmers up there or something? Well, you know what? I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go into Costco. We go at least once a week or once every week and a half or so. I'll go in there and look. It was just when I was at this. That was the closest one. I just went to the closest place to get a battery. I remember you guys telling me, but I just at this point I didn't remember that day. My brain is not what it used to be. I'll look into it. I still have that spring thing, and nobody even goes to it. And to be truth be told, I don't like the stuff on there anyway. I should probably put newer stuff on there. Maybe I might have a shirt or two upstairs. I don't know. I have to go look in the box. I honestly don't even know if I have any. I had some made like 2 years ago was the last time I had some made, and I just was giving them away when I had a contest or something. But I know I still have that spring, but I haven't even checked that. I haven't even checked that in over a year. I I don't know. Maybe I should go in there. And I didn't like the designs, so I probably should go in there and change them. But you're right, Martin. I should do something. Well, see, Rick. I guess I wasted $100. I'll bet you I did. I bet you I did. But hey, I'm going to be needing a new battery for the gasser. I'm going to be needing a battery for the Nova. I just took the battery off the truck, the old battery off the truck for the Nova for right now. And after I checked the charging, cat out of the bag. Tomorrow's short. I got the Nova started. Guess what it was? Ignition module. The little plastic things from the 70s and 80s. I bought a coil too, but I just bought it just in case, and I figured when I'm ready to do the tune up and get new wires and everything, when Nova's actually ready to go out on the street, then I'll give it a nice electrical tune up and I'll have the coil already here. You know, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the cap. I mean, the cap looks fine. The rotor's fine. But I'd like to stick a new coil in there. That way, it's really strong. New plugs, new wires. A lot of people waste their money on caps. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. Just use it. Even my buddy Kevin said, just scratch it scratch the points that where it comes through where it fires. He said, just scratch it with a flathead screwdriver. You'll be fine. So I used to just hit them, just clean them up a little bit. As long as they're not cracked, they're fine. See, there you go, torps, blankets, things like that, just to keep them where the oil doesn't turn to molasses, right? Hey Becky, how you doing? Boo. Yeah, I saw that on Jason. He was wearing my shirt. Which video was it? I'm trying to remember which video it was, but yeah, I seen it. He was wearing it. Shoot, I saw it. And I commented on the video. I didn't comment about the shirt. I figured the shirt was a nice thing. I commented about the Leatherman he used and at what point in the video he used it. Because dude, when I'm outside, I always if I'm outside, I got blue jeans on, and if I got a belt, I always have a belt. I always have the Wingman Leatherman. I got like 3 or 4 of them. Some of them are better shape than other ones as they graduate down from work. I wear them out at work, and then I buy a new one, put the new one in for work, and put the other one on my work pants. The newest one I got always got on my dress clothes because I even like to have one on me with my dress clothes. I think he was working on the Nova whenever he was wearing my shirt. He wore my army green one with the face on it. That's fair enough to say winging it with Tracy. Yeah, the tenders do help, especially when you don't run these things that much. Like I said, I thought the alternator worked on the Nova. It don't work. I tested it. Was right at 12. It was idling at 12. So you want at least 13 and a half. So maybe it needs it. I don't know. I got to check the wiring on it. The other one ain't gonna try that, is he?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Big old moose dog coming down the steps. Did he have an emergency, Mom? He's a good boy.
Thanks, Robbie. Hey, Randy. That's right. Stop talking about me, Nick.
She kind of pays attention, She has her phone with her.
No, I didn't. I left it down here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they were talking really bad stuff about you. They were talking a lot of smack.
I go back and read the comments sometimes.
That one there, David. That's Cole. The other one upstairs is Chooch, but we call him Boo Boo.
Boo Boo and Moo Moo. My big old horse. My moose.
You hear that, Kim? I'm going to put you on a pedal bike. It was Martin's idea.
My moose. Probably.
Probably. I guarantee it's true. All of it. You guys are going to get me in trouble for nothing. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm going to...
Hi, Daniel.
Take it easy, Daniel. Thanks for coming in.
Wait a minute. Be a while before I can get back on. Oh, no. That's a shame, Daniel.
Hey.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed my gnome. Tony kind of looked like Tony, he said.
Well, reach out, Daniel. Reach out to the power company and let them know what's going on. Maybe they can put you on a fixed budget. Instead of avoiding to
Hey,
them.
Henry. The number tonight, Henry, was 46.
Yo, Henry. Been worried about you, buddy. He wasn't in here last week. What was the number last week? He missed the number last week, too.
Ask Randy.
That's Randy. Randy won last week. And he won again this week. You believe 2 weeks in a row, Henry.
Hits from the eating dinner. Love, peace, and gassers.
Thanks, Becky. All right, Floyd. Thanks for coming in, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, he's gonna have himself some Taco Bell. What's them ones you get on the crunchy burritos or whatever?
Beefy.
Now I want a crunchy beefy burrito. Dang you, Floyd. Now I want a beefy cruncher. I tell you, I don't know what everybody drinks. I mean, I like, for a lot of people, this ain't good beer, but I love the Miller High Life, Mark. I love the High Life. The champagne of beers. I've been drinking these since I was a kid. My father. Just because that's what my father had. You know, and when you're a kid, you steal beer from your father, and that's what he had.
Beefy crunch burrito.
Beefy crunch.
It's a $2 menu item. Uh-oh, Henry got really overheated today. Hey, Mark Scrooge is here. He's from the Tri-5.
That's really big, like what Jason just said too, Martin. What Country Boy was saying there is that they make, everywhere you go, they got these microbreweries, and you know, I'm sure you have them as well. They bring you a tray of different beers, the real dark beers that almost look like coffee, all the way to the super light wheat beers. You know, that's real big nowadays.
Did you see Mark's here from the Tri-5s?
Oh, Mark, Edgeville, West Virginia. Cool, he made it. Hang around, Mark. I hope you win the car tomorrow. At least stick around till they draw the name.
That's what my parents had, Randy, a border collie. He was on the news. She was on the news the other night with my dad because we had really bad storms around here. Well, they got hit. We didn't really.
Yeah, it's what I always drank. So Miller should sponsor me.
Nacho cheese.
Maybe I can get Miller to sponsor me. At least give me a coupon for the beer. Write him a letter, everybody. Uh-oh. Sounds like Culver's starting to get fired up.
What's he barking at?
Maybe probably a cat, a bag. Who knows? Maybe somebody's up there cutting my catalytic converter off. He would be going crazy if that was the case.
No. Oh, so one thought I modeled the gnome after you wearing a Flyers hat.
Oh no. The beard's too dark. I mean, it's not blonde, you know. Cole is a black lab / pity mix, and Chooch is
he's off.
He's like Kim had a DNA analysis done on him, and we thought for sure he was like a Jack Russell Terrier / boxer beagle, and he's got none of those things. He's got poodle in him.
Hey, Jack. He's got poodle and Pekingese.
Pekingese.
He looks like the
Australian something, but he looks like a boxer.
No, wait, he looks like the thing he was. The least thing he was.
Yeah, the least thing he was.
I can't. Portuguese Padengo.
Yeah, and
Padengo.
Padengo. And after they said that, and then Kim wanted to find out his age, and they said they had a test for that.
That was the other company.
And then after we paid for it, they sent
He
her a
does
letter.
look like a dog, Torp.
He's definitely a dog. And they said, "Oh yeah, we can figure it out," and they couldn't. Didn't that one DNA tell you that Chooch had a relative that was fairly close to your sister? We should have called them and seen how old their dog was, because they could have.
No, it could have been a different litter.
I thought it was his sister.
Randy's dog so friendly he would help the person steal the catalytic converter.
I know. Cole likes people too. It's just other animals.
Bye, Daniel.
All right, Daniel. I pray for you, buddy. I hope everything works
Bye,
out.
Swamp Thing. Oh my gosh, 108 where Country Boy is going to be.
Ooh, that is warm.
Yeah. It's supposed to be 90 here tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, but we've been really lucky. It was like almost a full 2-week run where it was just so comfortable. There was no very low humidity, but I mean, most of July was torture. Late June and through the whole July was torture. So the last 2 weeks here in August have been really nice, and it's usually the opposite. It's usually really hot in August, but we've been lucky.
Gotta get it 104 for Robbie tomorrow. That's nuts. And Robbie has the humidity because he's down there
in Louisiana. Yeah,
down Louisiana way.
My stepmom's family's in Shreveport. Shreveport. Yeah, is that how you say it?
I just told you how to say it.
Well, I do my best.
Move to the UK. It's always raining.
I wouldn't mind. You know what I like is their country roads. You always look. It's like I used to. You know what? One of the shows I used to really love to watch was the.
Oh, I know what show you're talking about.
Wheeler Dealer.
Spanner.
Yeah, Wheeler Dealers. I loved them. When he had Ed. It's when he broke up with Ed. When Mike and Ed broke up, it just seems like the show went away. But when that show was in its peak, and it was really cool watching them drive the cars on y'all's back roads, the back country roads. And those are cruising roads. But I did find out from that show that your pollution testing is way more strict than ours. It's like I remember what Ed had to do to get that fake Cobra through the emissions test. He had to jump through some hoops.
What do you call this? Is from Wayne and Tracy. What do you call a line of rabbits walking backwards? A receding hairline.
I got that.
Randy's wife hates Ed.
Oh man. I thought Ed was like a VW genius, man. I liked Ed.
He always said Spanner,
pass me this. And who was his little buddy partner, the older guy? Remember the older guy? He always had the older guy doing all the real hard stuff.
Bye, Robbie.
I forget his name. It's Ed's helper in the shop. Yes, the windier the better. More challenging. Well, guys, we're down to our last minute. This was a fun one. I had fun talking to you guys this week. Look for shorts most of the week. I'll probably do a video this weekend and just kind of mesh everything that's going on around here into it. I'm gonna play with my junk tomorrow, and that didn't sound right, did it? I'm gonna play with my cars tomorrow, and we'll get done what we get done. I'm gonna clean up a little bit more in the shop. I'm just chiseling away at it, and we'll get there when we get there.
Good night, everyone.
I hope everybody has a fun week. Do something fun with your cars and come in and tell us about it on Friday. That's a really cool new truck you got done. You ought to do a walk around video on it so everybody can see.
Don't play with your junk, you said.
I'll try not to. All right. Great talking, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
That's what she said.